Something big is happening in the United States right now, and the world needs to pay attention. The U.S. economy, once unstoppable, is starting to slow down under President Donald Trump. But here's the twist. The numbers you see on the news might be hiding the truth. Stay with me until the end of this video, because I'm going to show you how Trump's immigration crackdown is distorting America's unemployment rate and shaking the global economy, and what that could mean for your country too. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell, because here we uncover the truth behind the headlines you won't see anywhere else. The world's largest economy is losing momentum under President Donald Trump, and economists say the picture isn't as rosy as it seems. While official data still shows a strong job market, analysts warn that the apparent strength is misleading. Behind the numbers lies a different reality. Trump's aggressive crackdown on immigrants is shrinking the workforce, making unemployment look lower than it really is. After growing 2.8% in 2024, the U.S. economy is now expected to slow to just 1.8% in 2025, according to major financial institutions and international agencies. This is a steep drop for an economy worth $29.2 trillion, and it's sending warning signs across global markets. The hidden side of job growth. On the surface, Trump's America looks stable. Unemployment rates remain low, and companies still report hiring activity. But experts say those numbers are distorted by the shrinking pool of available workers, especially immigrants. Trump's government has tightened border controls, expanded deportations, and reduced work visas, cutting off a major source of labor in industries like construction, agriculture, hospitality, and home care. With fewer people legally able to work, there are fewer people counted as unemployed. The result? A lower unemployment rate, but not because the economy is creating more jobs. Greater than it's an illusion of prosperity, says one economist. You can't call it job growth if you're simply removing people from the equation. The labor shortage has also pushed up wages and production costs, which are feeding into persistent inflation, a problem that continues to haunt the U.S. economy. A battle against inflation. The Federal Reserve, America's central bank, is walking a tightrope. On one hand, the economy is slowing down. On the other, consumer spending remains surprisingly strong, keeping inflation stubbornly high. Nearly 80% of the U.S. GDP comes from services, sectors like healthcare, education, transport, and entertainment, all of which are seeing price increases fueled by higher labor costs and continued demand. Economists warn that if consumer demand doesn't cool soon, the Fed might have to keep interest rates high for much longer, potentially triggering a recession by 2026. The U.S. slowdown doesn't just affect Americans, it affects everyone. When the world's biggest economy slows, exports decline, currencies weaken, and investment flows shift. A stronger U.S. dollar, driven by global uncertainty, often leads to capital flight from developing nations like Brazil and Mozambique, making it harder for those economies to grow. If Trump continues with his America First approach, experts say global supply chains could suffer even more disruptions, and countries that depend on trade with the U.S. may feel the pain next. Trump's supporters see his economic policies as a bold move to protect American jobs, but critics argue that these same policies are hurting the very economy they aim to protect. By pushing immigrants out, Trump is starving industries that depend on their labor. By raising tariffs, he's making everyday goods more expensive for American families. In short, Trump's America may be strong on paper, but fragile underneath, powered more by political image than economic substance. So what do you think? Is Donald Trump saving the U.S. economy or setting it up for a bigger crash? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Because understanding what's happening in the world's biggest economy helps all of us prepare for what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next edition of Noticia Azul, where we bring you the truth behind the news, newspaper message.